We just got to watch out for their secondary in the back there. Hurts don't be out there being a hero, man. Take what's open. Don't be throwing no crazy balls because them guys will pick you off and make some turnovers out there.
It's a must-win game. If you can have a must-win game in week 3, I just feel like. Welcome back to the Down South Philly Show. I am your co-host, DP.
I am your other co-host, Dom, D-O-M. What's going on, y'all?
So, tell them about the gun line, boss. What we got to talk about today?
Man, look, we're gonna go ahead and we done flushed that Falcons loss. That's behind us. That's behind us. We moving on. We moving on to week 3, which is the New Orleans Saints. It's gonna be a road game. Hell, the way we looked last week, that might as well have been a road game. But we wasted a doggone home game. We was supposed to be 1-0 at home right now. But like I said, we flushed that. We moving on. We're playing the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Them boys is rolling right now. They 2-0. They beat week 1. Oh, they beat Carolina week 1. So they beat Carolina.
They beat the dog.
How they were supposed to do anytime you playing a team like that. And then they shocked everybody and put boots on Dallas. Dallas don't give you them type of games every year anyway. But we didn't expect it so early in the season because usually it'd be a while before they start getting stumped out like that by random teams. Not saying that New Orleans is random, but it's only week 2, so we don't really know what New Orleans is right now. But they looking good. The offense is, their defense been pretty good for a while, but the offense is looking good. I've always been a fan of Derek Carr anyway, so it's not really no surprise to me because I always feel like once he get rolling, that dude be rolling. And I just like all the way. I always like this mentality and the way that he played. But go ahead and I'll let you get your first thoughts on the game.
Yeah, just to recap on just the Saints in general. Of course, like you said, they dog walked all the competition that they played so far. To be expected with Panthers. The Cowboys game was more of a shock. But at the end of the day,
far away from.
I said the Cowboys game was more of a shock. Oh shit! Cowboys game was more of a shock. So at the end of the day, they look like they can run the ball. Kamara, always a dog. Carr, always been a solid quarterback. If you got weapons, he'll hurt you. And they got weapons. So, got to respect Shaheed Speed. You got to respect Chris Olave. Even the tight end, Juwan Johnson, he'll catch that thing. And the Swiss Army knife, Taysom Hill, which they can literally use for anything, not limited to the kicker. So when you put all that together, you got a dangerous offense with a decent to a very good offensive line. So I think they pose a threat. Obviously, so far we have seen them look pretty invincible. We don't know how good they are yet because it's only going into week 3. I think this will be a good test for us to see, if our run defense is really going to be a problem this year, or if we can figure out a way to plug it with our big boys in the middle and our edge. Still remains to be seen if we have some true problems rushing the quarterback, and I suspect that if we can't stop Kamara, we ain't gonna find that out this week either. Especially with us being away. I'm never really too worried about the offense. I feel like on the offensive side of the ball, we have had the time to kind of gel over the past 2 to 3 years. Similar pieces. I think the only thing that we really change is right guard. Obviously this year, right guard and center. But for the most part, I'm never really worried about the offense. It's really just about running the ball over there. Defense is just the big thing. Can we stop this red hot offense? So I think that's where I'm gonna be most anxious to see how we measure up to the New Orleans Saints.
I agree with everything he just said. You know, the key to this game, you know, he kind of already got into, you know, a lot of the other stuff. So I'll start getting into the keys to winning the game. But right before I do that, I'll say they got a hell of a defense over there. So our offensive line gonna have to come to control that defensive line. I think they can do that. We just got to watch out for their secondary at the back there. Hurts don't be out there being a hero, man. Take what's open. Don't be throwing no crazy balls because them guys will pick you off and make some turnovers out there. We don't want to get them no extra possessions, especially if we can't stop the run. So we don't want to get them extra possessions. So we can't be turning the ball over. This can't be a turnover. We did really good last week. We took care of the ball. Now, as far as their offense go, just like he was saying, we got to be able to stop the run, man. We got to be able to stop the Kamara because with the Falcons, I mean, they got okay wide receivers, but with New Orleans, with Carr back there controlling that thing, and with the threats that they got at wide receiver and the shots that he'll take, Carr, he'll put that ball in harm's way. So we do got to take it away when he just out there slinging it, because he'll try some stuff. So we do got to take advantage of that when he is trying stuff. But at the same time, we can't be putting ourselves in no bad positions where they can use a lot of play action, because if Kamara running that ball, they're going to get off on us all night, passing and running the ball. So we got our main priorities got to be, because if we stopping the run, I'm not worried about our secondary. We got a good enough secondary. If the run game not going, the pass game not going to be good. They're not going to be able to just start the game off just passing the ball. Like I don't think we like weak in the secondary like we was last year. So the only way teams gonna be able to throw the ball on us is by getting their run game going. So we got to do whatever we can. And it's to be seen, but I said it last video, I feel like Vic is the type of coach where he can, you know, do what needs to be done to stop that with the players that we got. Now we need to bring somebody else in or do something else. You know, I'm sure that the guys will take care of that. But as far as right now, getting the most out of what we got, I can see Vic doing that. So he strikes me as the type of guy that you know, he gonna look at the film and clean up whatever needs to be cleaned up, put out there whoever needs to be put out there, and come with a good game plan. So of course we need to stop the run and get pressure on Carr. If we already seeing that we're not getting pressure on Carr with the four linemen, we got to send some blitzes out there, man. We're gonna have to blitz them, send some extra guys. However Vic want to dial it up, but we're gonna have to put some extra pressure on them. We can't depend on four linemen. Now that would be ideal. That makes for the best team when you can get off with four guys and drop everybody else back in coverage. But if we can't do that, we gotta make do with what we got. As far as the offense, I feel like we're going in a week 3. You're gonna start probably seeing a little bit more of a well-oiled machine. You're gonna see Hurts probably start getting his bag. He usually have a pretty good game against New Orleans. Now before last week, I was looking at this game as maybe a 50-50 game, but I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna come to play this game, man. I think we're gonna put up a better game than probably a lot of people expecting us to. Now we could come out there and lay an egg, but I don't think so. We're going on the road to a hostile environment. I just don't see us going out there laying down. So, and in my opinion, I think we end up coming out of that thing with a dub. How exactly we do it, I don't know. It could be ugly. But I think when the push comes to shove, we're going to come out of that thing 2-1. 2-1.
I think it's, you know, just to piggyback off what you said, I think it's a must-win game. If you can have a must-win game in week 3. I just feel like we really dropped the ball with the Falcons, and we just can't afford to stack L's, especially not in the NFC. So another game removed from AJ potentially, which gonna suck because just missing a dog like AJ. But if we do gotta play another game, this feed Saquon, must-win game. He should get about another 15 to 20 touches in this game, and I feel like we're gonna win too. Just depending on how things roll. I'm not. There's definitely a path to us losing, obviously, like any game, but I definitely feel like we can pull it out.
Yeah, I agree. Feed Saquon. That's the key to the game. Like y'all, at this point, my key to every game gonna pretty much be the same thing. Now, if I see something specifically we can exploit in the team, I'll add that in there or change it up a bit. But for the most part, run the ball, man. Run Saquon when he top. Gainwell in there, run Gainwell. We got to get the run game going, especially against this defense. You don't want to have to just drop back and pass. So we can't let them control the clock and run the ball with their offense, and then we putting ourselves back there behind the 8 ball and putting our defense out there to get tired. We gotta keep our defense off the field, run Saquon, especially if AJ can't play. We want to be able to open that pass game up, because I already know if AJ not playing, they gonna take Smitty away, and they do, in my opinion, they do got the type of defense where they'll probably be able to try to take Smitty away and then also stop the run game. But we can't allow them to do that. We got them dogs up front. We got to get Saquon going, get that run game established, and feed the tight end. They're gonna try to take Smitty away. Feed them tight ends. When they try to go stop the tight end, that's when Smitty gonna do his thing. So take advantage of the 1-on-1 matchups. They can't stop Smitty 1-on-1. To get Jahan Dotson involved, this is gonna be a Jahan Dotson game. I feel like he might be one of the key pieces to this actual game. I think they're gonna try to take Smitty away, and we're gonna see this connection between Hurts and Jahan Dotson start to develop. And I don't know how we're gonna use Dallas Goedert, but between him and if he blocking, we need to get Calcaterra off. If vice versa, Calcaterra don't need to be blocking nobody, but if Dallas got it out there to running routes, he need to be getting the ball. So we need to feed the tight end, regardless of who that is. Feed the tight end, run Saquon, and take care of the ball. No fumbles, no turnovers, man. Nothing of that nature. And we can go in there and get it done. We just can't allow them to control clock. As long as we don't allow them to control clock with their offense, we don't allow them to get up early where we chasing points, and we keep the game in hand, we got a chance. Because at the end of the day, we got a talented team too. It ain't like they going in there to play the Carolina Panthers. Like if we go in there and play our style of ball, like we could get up in this game and do them boys dirty. So it's a chance where we can go out there and make them look crazy, because especially what we've been putting on film is with our defense the last 2 weeks, they come in there thinking it's going to be sweet. And we stop that run game, because there's been plenty of times where seasons where we done had a bad run defense, and then right when we needed it, we go out there and look like a totally different team. So I'm hoping and expecting this to be one of them games where everybody expecting Kamara to come out there and get off. He come out there and get less than 50 yards. So we can hold him less than 100 yards. I think we can go ahead and win this thing. Like I said, this is like DP said, this is kind of like a week 3 must-win game if you can have one, because you don't want to start getting below 500 this early in the season.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much all that we have for that one. Obviously, we still feel real strongly in the Eagles, so it's still too early to panic. It should be a good matchup. And
they saying, now I know last week during the Atlanta game, they was reporting that AJ will probably be out about 2 weeks, but there's a few reports coming out that saying he could possibly play in this New Orleans game. So
I heard that too.
I don't want them to rush him back. So if he got to miss his game, let him go ahead and miss the game.
Right.
We just got to go out there and win without him. But if he
I
can't
don't
come
know
back,
if Lattimore coming back either.
oh, he out.
He was out. He was out for the Dallas game.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know what kind of injury it is though.
If and I think just to bring back that Dallas game, in my opinion, I think there was a good team for them to play last week, just for like leading into our game. I like that they played a team in Dallas that Kellen Moore is familiar with. So he kind of know what they probably tried to do on offense. I feel like there's a lot of stuff we can take from that game, offensive and defensively, to come up with a good plan to go in there and spank them boys, give them their first L. So I'm looking for us to leave out of there with the same record. Saints 2-1, we 2-1. And we go ahead and start running off with this thing, well, because we need to go ahead and start stacking wins going to this bye week. Come out on fire. But like I said, they saying that AJ could play. If he can play and he 100%,
I take it.
He ain't gonna re-injure that hamstring. Hey, now if AJ playing, oh man, it's gonna be a totally different game. It's gonna be a totally different game. We still need our defense to hold up their end of the bargain. But if AJ playing, it's gonna be hell on it. It's gonna be hell for their defense that had to stop AJ, Dallas, Jahan, Saquon. It's gonna get ugly out there. So it mess around and turn into a shootout. But I think the key to this game is gonna be our defense stepping up, doing what they need to do. I see us stopping them. I'm gonna make a bold prediction right here, man. I see us stopping the run game. We hold them boys. We hold. I ain't gonna say totally we hold them below 100 yards, but I'm gonna say we hold Kamara below 100 yards, and we get 2 interceptions on Carr.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. Under 100 yards for Kamara and 2 picks for our defense. I take both of those.
You got a score prediction?
For this one, I got us winning this thing 28-21.
All right. Now, obviously, my score prediction for last week, because I told y'all I would put it in my phone on what I thought the score prediction would be. Of course, I had us winning. And we didn't win, so there ain't no need to tell y'all my score prediction. So, what my score prediction was, because it was wrong, because I had us winning. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my score prediction in my phone for this Philly versus New Orleans game. And when we win, I'll come back and tell y'all if I was right or how close I was. So, what was your score prediction?
28-21. Birds.
All right. I got my score prediction in the fifth zone. And that'll be it for this episode, man. Y'all be on the lookout. It's gonna be an Air Reed Blankenship game.
That's 3 bold predictions right there.
Air Reed Blankenship game. Hey, to be real, if I really was putting a prediction out there, just based off of stuff I already said, this should be a game for the linebackers. The linebackers got to come to play this game. You can't be out there getting blocked. They got to go crazy like they went in that Green Bay game. So I'm expecting a lot out of the linebackers. I ain't gonna put no bold predictions out there for them, but this should be a game where we see the linebackers flying around all over the field. We gotta shut down this New Orleans offense.
Starting with the run game.
It's gonna be interesting to see what our corners do with these wide receivers, Olave and them boys. See if Q come out there and hold it down again 3 weeks in a row.
Wonder if we're gonna see
Isaiah
White or not.
Oh, I was gonna say something about it. I'm glad you brought his name up. I don't know what's going on with Devin White. I don't know if Because I'm also wondering if because I know it's kind of probably like awkward for him, like he not starting. He kind of like came into this thing expecting to start, but like I feel like the media make it worse when they just keep reporting on it and keep asking him questions,
dumbass questions.
Keep asking the coaches questions like, man, just play it smooth like anybody else not starting. Like if had Zach Bond not been starting, they wouldn't have been like, hey, you know, what's going on with you not, but like just treat it like anybody else not starting. But I am wondering if you know, we're gonna start seeing Devin White getting some just getting put in at linebacker a little bit. Like giving some of these guys a breather or whatever. Especially in a game like this where you got Kamara out there who can catch the ball well. We're gonna need somebody like a Devin White on him, but I'm not necessarily saying we're gonna take one of them guys out just to, you know, put him in and then we get gassed in the run game. But we'll see, man. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see the defensive game plan for this week. And the offensive game plan, especially if AJ not in. But we'll revisit this, man, after the game and see if we was right, if we was wrong, and what happened.
Well, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Peace.
Hit that notification button, man. We're gonna feed the streets.